सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस के ऊपर कानून पे कुछ नहीं हुआ। तो ये ऐसा नहीं है कि ये जो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो लोग मौजूद हैं उनके अंदर कुछ सीरियस भी हैं, कुछ नॉन सीरियस भी हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि सभी लोगों को हम एक लाठी से हाँकेंगे, लेकिन ये ज़रूर है कि महिलाओं के सवाल के ऊपर जो हमारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ या जो हमारी उस तरफ बुर्जुआ पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज है, उनका रवैया ये है कि वो इस
बुर्जुआ पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में कौन? अब बीजेपी को भी बुर्जुआ पॉलिटिकल पार्टी
बिल्कुल, मैं समझती हूँ लेफ्ट पार्टीज को छोड़ के तमाम पार्टीज जिन्होंने कभी भी सीरियसली इस सवाल को नहीं लिया, ना महिलाओं के सवाल के ऊपर सीरियसली उन्होंने कोई सवाल, लेकिन इससे ज्यादा मैं ये समझती हूँ कि ये पूरा जो मुद्दा है जो आप पूरे शुरू में उठा
रहे हैं, तो आप ये कह रहे हैं कि सुषमा स्वराज जो खड़े होकर कहती है कुछ या फिर दूसरे लीडर्स कहते हैं सब लिप सर्विस है।
जी, मैं
ये वो मीन नहीं करते उसको।
मैं इसलिए समझती हूँ कि अगर ये बात को सीरियसली कहा जा रहा होता तो गुजरात के दंगों के टाइम के ऊपर जब मुस्लिम औरतों के ऊपर अटैक हुए थे तो उनको कहीं लेजिटिमाइज नहीं किया जाता कि आपने बहुत ठीक किया कि वहां पर उस कौम को सुधारने का तरीका यही था। तो हमें ये बात,
तो आप कह रहे हैं एबीवीपी के जितने कार्यकर्ता है, बीजेपी के जो लीडर्स है स्मृति ईरानी वगैरह, जो आज बीजेपी महिला मोर्चा ऑफ विच शी इज द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट एज वेल, नहीं, बट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट देम दैट दिस इज ऑल अ पॉलिटिकल, नो लेट अस बी क्लियर अबाउट इट दैट दिस इज अ प्योर, नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल।
कंप्लीट करने देंगे?
आप
जवाब दीजिए, मुझे कंप्लीट करने दीजिए। मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि मैं किसी लीडर का नाम नहीं ले रही हूँ, मैं एक पॉलिटिकल सोच की बात कर रही हूँ।
आप कह रहे हैं दिस इज हिपोक्रेसी।
जी, जिसके अंदर एक तरफ आप इस तरह के एक्शंस को लेजिटिमाइज करते हैं, उनके सिरों पर हाथ रखते हैं, और दूसरी तरफ आप खड़े होकर कहते हैं कि ये बहुत बुरा हुआ।
So understood. You are saying this is pure hypocrisy. Quick response before I go to Ms. Anju.
सबा फारूकी जी ने जो कहा वो बिल्कुल बेबुनियाद और गलत है, क्योंकि जो 2002 के दंगों को ये हर वक्त लेके आती हैं, तो उनको जरा मैं समझाना चाहती हूँ कि 2002 के दंगों में जिन लोगों ने इस तरीके की वहशियाना हरकत की उनके खिलाफ मामले दर्ज हुए और उनके नतीजे भी निकले, और जहां पर 2 ऐसे केस थे, बाकी तमाम केस झूठे पाए गए, और ऐसे फर्जी लोगों को ऐसी संस्थाएं खड़ा भी करती हैं, वो भी एक सच्चाई है। और साथ में सच्चाई ये है कि जब रेप केसेस की बात आती है तो रेप केसेस की जब स्टैटिस्टिक्स की लोग बात करते हैं, तो क्योंकि मैं कोर्ट कचहरी में काम करती हूं तो उस स्टैटिस्टिक्स में 2 स्टैटिस्टिक्स और हैं। अगर आप अंदरूनी तौर पर केसेस को देखेंगे, एक स्टैटिस्टिक्स है कि जहां पर कंसेंटिंग पार्टीज होती हैं, उनके बीच में कंसेंशुअल सेक्स होता है और उसको फिर रेप की परिभाषा में भी दिया जाता है। दूसरा ये भी है, नहीं, अब आप कहते हैं कि कन्विक्शन रेट की जो बात हो रही है ना, आप सुन, अब मेरे को मेरी बात पूरी करने दीजिए।
स्टैंडर्ड आर्गुमेंट,
नो, दिस इज नॉट अ स्टैंडर्ड आर्गुमेंट। अलाउ मी टू अर्नब, अलाउ मी टू कंप्लीट।
But she disagrees with you. She disagrees with you.
She can disagree. Allow me to complete.
This is the same reason why this is the, Meenakshi, I'll let you, but allow me to make one point that today, if there are so many people who are telling us, the first thing that you do with a person who says I have been raped or molested is say that were you in some relationship?
No way.
Did you have willing sexual intercourse with the person?
I'm sorry, I'm not talking about
how close were you? What clothes were you wearing?
I am not talking about that
what
mindset.
Time of the day or night did you meet the person?
I am not talking about this mindset. Allow me to complete my argument. There are, I mean, I have practiced law and I practice this side of law, and I have seen cases with very close proximity. So you can't say that all cases fall in. There is a gradation. There is a gradation when rape is also used as a
how is there
weapon.
A gradation
but
of
at
rape?
the same time, cases
how is
like
there a gradation of rape?
There is
a gradation of rape.
How can it be?
How can it be? How can you have a gradation of rape?
Can I tell you? Can I tell you?
You'll have to.
No.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. I'll come back.
No,
but you have to hear her.
She hasn't spoken yet. I can show you cases.
No,
I can show you cases. One line. I can show you cases where call details have been caught that the person was not even at that place, and person has come back at 9:30.
Meenakshi, come on. No, Meenakshi. First of all, with all respect to you,
let us not try to divert the issue.
Please. Hear her, please.
This city is in anger. People are in anger.
Yes.
They are putting pressure on politicians, on the police, on the administration, saying, give us an answer and give us security.
Yes.
And the youth.
Let her complete.
Please,
let her complete.
We have heard what you have said. Let us not divert the issue. Let us also.
One second. I just want to show the pictures on the screen right now.
Please.
I want to put out the pictures on the screen because something is happening in India Gate, which I am getting details about. It's a moving camera. You can see that. We'll get full frame pictures out there. Apparently, the media is also being asked to leave that place, from what I understand. And I think there are a lot of protesters who are still sitting there. I hope there is no attempt made by the Delhi police to force them out of India Gate. And people have a right to protest. They must be allowed to protest in India Gate. Let me see what details I can get. You can see the police force has landed up there, and I can see very clearly. Let's go across to Anand. What's happening behind you? Are they actually trying to move the protesters out of India Gate? Forcibly.
Methods of protesting.
Anand?
The Delhi police copying a lot of flack, having to exert a lot of patience so that there is not further negative publicity for them. But the big question comes about the security that some of the nation's VVIPs enjoy. For one VVIP, as many as 3 to 5 policemen. What if these policemen were deployed for the cause of the common citizen, the taxpayer who's funding that
Okay, we're going to come back to that. Anand, I'm going to come back to you, but I'm going to allow Dr. Agnihotri to rebut the point which you're making there on gradations of rape.
Firstly, as far as resources go, this city knows that all resources, whether it is security, whether it is money, whether it is electricity, whether it is infrastructural development, all resources have a bias towards a certain section of the population and a certain part of the city. That is well known, and you can prove it through MCD budgets, NDMC budgets. It is well known. It is coming out most glaring on the security.
So, to what Meenakshi says?
As far as the gradation, let us also make a note of it that it is not just all the laws that Sehba referred to, but the sexual assault bill has also been pending before our government for a very long time. We have a colonial law which defines rape wrongly, which defines rape incompletely and insufficiently, and not just
so why doesn't section 307 it's all right to give long speeches in parliament, but section 307, attempt to murder of the IPC, can be amended to include rape and types of sexual assault under its preview?
There are written recommendations well discussed and gone through the National Commission for Women, which are pending before government, which government is sitting on for the last more than, I mean, we have been part of this process since 1992. From many of the women's organizations, we have been part of this process since the early 90s. The first time we went, I remember Dr. Narasimha Rao was in government when we went on the question of guidelines and revised rules, etc., and a redefinition of rape, especially also child abuse. That was the time. But the other point is about the gradation. This is an old argument of the police, just as politicians have been saying that, oh, why was what was she doing at this time of the night, etc. There is a debate, there is an issue about statutory rape.
There is an issue on mindset.
The police gets away by saying she knew the boy.
I want to add to what Sehba has said.
Meenakshi, either you speak and all of us leave the channel. You cannot have the whole...
let her complete.
You cannot do it. If you come to a debate, then please debate.
I think we should start timing.
No, please debate if you want to debate. We also, you said you have 10 years of experience, however many in the course. We have 40 years of experience on the streets of Delhi and in this movement.
Same here. And I have been part of all that.
Yes. But there are disagreements on the issue of statutory rape.
I'm coming to Beenalakshmi. Just want to get Radhika Ganesh, who's the Times Now viewer, in. You know, let's bring it down to one issue. How concerned are politicians genuinely on an issue such as this? I mean, I don't even want to get into the details, but the starting premise is politicians are not concerned. They pay lip service. They don't look upon this as a vote bank issue, as a constituency building issue. Women are not looked upon as a vote bank, and till women are not looked upon as a vote bank, they don't quite care. Which is why today they were busy fighting like children over a quota bill, snatching papers in parliament, but they were not interested in debating this issue. If this had got them votes, then perhaps they would have. Radhika Ganesh, where do you stand on this whole debate of whether the VVIP culture is responsible for the indifference which leads to incidents like this?
You know, Arnab, it's ridiculous that tonight on this show we're here discussing numbers. We talk about the number of police personnel put out there for VIP protection, security protection, but I don't think the numbers are going to make a difference because the same policemen are out there assaulting these women. You know, they character assassinate these women who go to them for protection. So are you going to tell me that if I have 5,000 more policemen on the streets of Delhi or anywhere else in India, I'm going to be more safe? I don't trust that. I don't believe so, because there is absolute inefficiency and incompetence in their behavior as well. You know, you just sometimes time ago disclosed a few documents by Mr. Sandeep Dixit, and it's shocking to me because there's distrust within the government. How are we to trust the government to do anything for us? And there's absolute complacence, and the nonchalance with which they're dealing with this issue today is ridiculous. And we shouldn't be discussing numbers. We should be looking at it with a more holistic approach, because Delhi is not the only place that's unsafe for women in India. Rapes happen every day, everywhere. Even today, when I was walking to your studio over, I got grabbed by an automan who was just passing me on the street. So this happens to women every day. What are we going to do about it? It's a larger issue. We need to amend the archaic laws we have. As we just discussed, the definition of rape and sexual assault need to be broadened. Any sort of things that are outside the law are being used to take this up very lightly.
You're completely right,
going to help.
But you know, politicians believe in political opportunism.
No,
Radhika.
May I just make a very
One
quick
second,
point?
Meenakshi.
Yes,
you know, it's all right to give all these speeches. No, it's all right to give these speeches. When somebody wants to make sure Mayawati is on our right side, so let's discuss this to keep Mayawati happy for a day. Now we have to get the Samajwadi Party on our right side. So we'll do something to keep the Samajwadi Party busy for a day. Isn't it true, Khushbu? That's how the UPA government is working.
Can I just
You're
say
very happy
something?
keeping Mayawati happy by pushing the quota bill. Why can't a similar time frame be put on all the issues concerning, for example, laws against rape, changing the IPC, including sexual assault, talking about the police deployment required for the Aam Aadmi? Just tell me today, as a UPA ally, don't you feel worried about this? Don't you feel the government is spending absolutely too much time on trivial issues like keeping Mayawati busy on a quota promotion bill? And as far as something like this is concerned, nothing. One quick visit to the hospital, photo opportunity, over. Isn't that sad, Khushbu, that it's down to this?
Let's not politicize the issue, Arnab. It's not about
I'm not politicizing. I'm telling you the reality.
Let me finish.
Khushbu, I'm telling you the reality. This is not politicizing.
I'm here today. I am here today because I am ashamed to call myself a citizen of this country. I'm here today because
that's all right. But you are also a part of the ruling alliance in Delhi.
I am part of the ruling alliance in Delhi, but I'm not going to speak as an alliance. I am going to speak as a person. If I have the freedom to speak my mind.
I want you to speak as a member of the UPA. Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with the disproportionate time given to Mayawati on the quota promotion bill as compared to this? Take a position tonight.
I'm not comfortable with the scenario which happens in the parliament every day. I'm not at all comfortable with the scenario which happens in the parliament every day.
Because it is this indifference that leads to the kind of gang rapes we have seen.
Small country like Ireland, with the death of a doctor who was denied an abortion, and they can bring in a rule
but they were forced to come into sync. You had protests in Ireland, they changed the law.
Yes, you had
protests in Delhi. Where is the change in the law?
Absolutely.
Let's get Beena Lakshmi in, please. One second, Beena Lakshmi wanted to come in.
37%.
1 second, yes. 1 minute, please. Yeah.
37% of our members of parliament have criminal background records.
That's the point.
We have no politicians that we can adore, love and respect in this country. As a next generation of women activists in our country, we feel ashamed that this is happening right now. And why should we have the Thangjo Manoro case was shot 7 times in a private part to destroy evidence of rape. India did not rise then. We need to rise right now. And what's happening is why has for the last 30 years women's movement in India failed? We have got huge campaigns where money is poured in for ending violence against women by UN Women and others. Why has it failed?